how are we stitching this together? Is it going to be like in the middle of our conversation, it's just going to cut to the next conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's reasonable. 5 minutes already. Wow.
Yeah, that was extraordinarily quick. I wasn't expecting it to be that fast.
I think I can have this uploaded if we get everything, sent and all this tomorrow.
Yes.
Because today there's something scheduled to upload at 12 o'clock. So, or in the morning. Yeah, I schedule all my videos.
Ah.
Yeah, so maybe the last 5 videos I posted, I uploaded them 5 days ago. They were just ready. They were already in YouTube. I uploaded them, spent the date or whatever. And then, every day I have them scheduled. At this time, it's going to go public. So it's on YouTube, but it's not public. And so that way, I control. That way, I'm not rushing. Oh, I got to get this done at a certain time. And I have them all. So while those 5 are going, I'm making the number 6, number 7, number 8. And so it's 5 at a time. And then I upload 5 more. And then those are going. So every video you see is probably from like a week ago.
Okay, I'm learning. Yes, I'm learning. I'm probably going to have to do the same thing so that I can keep consistency.
And it gives a good feature. That's a great feature YouTube has. I get used to it.
I mean, what I noticed, what I thought was a good thing is for beginners. So there's a guy that he makes videos about Africa, and then within the video, he puts his own advert. He says, I'm running a course on blah, 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 blah. Please sign up to my course, please have a look at it.
Wow.
And I thought, yeah, that's cool. Because especially when you're not monetized yet with YouTube, you've got to find ways to bring that, the commerce in. And these creative ways of doing things, I think, definitely help.
That's how Kim Kardashian became a billionaire. It wasn't, this amazing product she created, this revolutionary, innovative thing. People just liked her. And she had enough people that liked her, one of the most followed people in the world at the time.
Wow.
She had enough people that liked her that when she went on public on her Instagram or whatever.
The sister, Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe too. And said, hey, I have this $5 makeup, or this, in her case, like, what was it, like $19 makeup.
Yes.
How many of her, 50 million people are going to buy that, right?
Yes.
And according to most marketing statistics, right?
Yes.
I don't know what
it's
it
a
is
small percentage.
2%. Let's say she had a 2% conversion on, let's say, 100 million followers. Well, 2% of 100 million is a lot of people buying $19 makeup. You do the math. She's making a lot of money.
Yes.
And it's all because they say what in multi-level marketing, which is the best thing.
Yes.
Your net worth is your net worth. They weren't lying about that.
Yes.
The people you can monetize them.
Yes.
All these creators making this money, it's not really always from ad revenue. It's most of the time it's literally people just like them so much they'll buy a cheap shirt that they got from China and said it's theirs.
Yes, raving
People like
fans. That's the raving fans principle. All you need, I don't know, is it Gladwell, Martin or something like that. Somebody talks about having 2,000 raving fans, 5,000 raving fans that are supporting you. Just like, you've got brands like Apple, you've got brands like Nike, you've got brands like Microsoft.
Okay.
And that's it. People just love the product.
Yeah.
And they support. They support.
But in these cases, people love the person, not the product. Because they can go buy that same makeup with a different brand on it from somewhere else.
That's correct.
And they just like Kylie Jenner or Chelsea Jenner or whoever it is, PewDiePie and all these big content creators, they love them so much that they buy. Even when I was getting into dropshipping, e-commerce, I remember I had my stores. I sold products like a massage bra. I didn't use it, right? But it's something I said like this. There's a lot of Instagram models who have maybe between 50 and 100,000 followers who I can pay to just say I love this product. People aren't going to buy it because they love that product. Maybe it's slightly useful to them.
Influencers. Yeah.
They like the person. And because they like the person, guess what? They buy the product. This could be a video topic in another. Maybe we should add this in.
Yes.
That's a video topic. Our people need to know about this stuff.
Yes.
Because to other people, it's common sense. When you talk about influencer marketing and the psychology, and again, when you hear it, it's like, that makes so much sense. Yeah, I buy because I like someone, right? When you have somebody knocking on your door, if you've ever worked in multi-level marketing, they're knocking on your door and they're trying to sell you a vacuum cleaner, Well, you're not buying the vacuum cleaner because you want a vacuum cleaner that costs $2,000.
That's correct.
You're buying it because, well, you feel bad for the person at the door. They've talked to you and they've made it so affordable for you to buy, right? They've already determined $200 payments every month or something like that, $50 a month. You say, okay, that's already affordable for me. They knew it was affordable for you. Now they have to sell you on their personality. Real estate, same thing. You're not buying the house from them specifically because you like the house.
That's correct.
Because real estate, at least in the US, you can buy that same house from 50 different people. The agent is not, stuck with the house.
Yes.
You buy from them because you just happen to like them. And unfortunately, but also fortunately for marketers, people buy based on how they feel.
Yes.
Right?
That's true.
I like the way this color is. Google spent millions of dollars figuring out what's the best blue, the best shade of blue, so that we can, click on the hyperlink, which is somewhere along the color of this cord.
Yes.
Imagine spending millions of dollars to make someone feel comfortable clicking a link, and it works. That's how deep the psychology of commerce goes.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful thing, but at the same time, we're so behind. We're so behind on this information to the point where it's like we're not even in the game. Because when you start talking, unfortunately, when I've had these conversations with, now you're a different story, but a lot of brothers and sisters, they're just like, that's it. There is no wow, It's almost like, wow, okay, that makes sense, but I can't do that. And it's like, yes, you can. That's what everyone else who's successful, or at least a good chunk of successful people, that's what they do. They know these trends. The reason these trends aren't out there so much is because, well, then it wouldn't be, as lucrative. If everybody starts figuring out how to do something, those people have to come up with new ways to do it. Because now you have to share that revenue with everyone else. That's why you don't see this stuff going and popularized, and you start paying these gurus to tell you things like this, when the gurus themselves are making money based on the courses they're selling, not because they're doing exactly what they're teaching.
Yes.
They're making money from the sales from the actual teaching.
Yes, I agree.
Fake it till you make it is real. I've seen it, and I think a lot of us have seen it, but we refuse to admit that that's what's going on. People are faking it until they make it, and it's working. That's the best part for them, and it's working. Because people are so desperate. When you're in a position where you're looking at the world like, I gotta do something different, my life is horrible, that's what they sell you on. They sell you on, well, you know what? Life isn't going so great for you. Hey, come try me. I can be your opportunity. People are so at the bottom in their mind that they go to these people and they look at them like, this is my way out. And really, the way out is just perseverance, hard work. They need to do it for themselves. There is no magic answer. Let's go figure out something from this guru who's going to tell you exactly what you can look up yourself for free.
Yeah. It's very important for us to take on this concept and philosophy of updating our minds, renewing our minds, because if we only operate out of the information that we have and we never update that information, that means we're going to be stuck, because every single day there are new innovations, there are new ways of doing the same old thing, but new ways. And so if we do not stay with that frame of mind and be flexible, and I love to learn, I love to expand my possibilities, I love to expand the things I know, and just continue to rise, in the best possible way to help myself and people around me.
That's spiritual. We're supposed to be an appetite, craving knowledge, craving knowing things, craving, these experiences. So, also another thing we face in our community, which is a detriment, is we don't typically like to try new things. We're a fear-based community, unfortunately, right? When it comes down to travel, we're not number one. When it comes down to trying new places and new things, we're definitely not number one. So we're so afraid to try new things that the concept of update your mind doesn't really apply to us at the moment. So we need to figure out what's going to make people realize that it's time to change. And I feel like the thing that's going to do that, and of course there's a lot of things that are going to do that, but I think, there's a lot of things. We need to get people to realize, exactly what you said. The old way of doing things isn't working for you. It's like, what do they say? If somebody continues to try something that isn't working long enough, eventually you have to look at them like they're crazy.
Because when they say you keep doing the same thing, expecting different results, that is insanity. So this is why we have to become open, learn to become open, learn to adopt new ways of doing things, and so we can grow. Because if we don't evolve, we're going to be left behind in so many different ways and so many different levels.
Update your mind. And I think we spoke about this over the phone one time. You know, we are a very adaptive people. But in this modern day, we're so comfortable in our cage that we don't leave it.
Yes.
We may be miserable. Oh, we're in a cage. That's what we hate. We're in a cage. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we're safer in the cage than in the world, in our mind.
Yeah, this is safe.
Yeah.
Oh, what's on the outside? Oh
Because
no, there's danger out there. Let's stay here.
My cage, our cage, right? It has fast food in it. It's got non-educative programming. It's got you know, all these reality shows in it, rap music or whatever entertainment people are interested in. It's got, you know, doctors on call. It's got things that can be delivered to you in 2 hours. It's got, you know,
oh, this is my comfort zone. I'm comfortable there. I like it. I like it. And guess what? Here's the thing. Even if they open the door, they stay inside. You don't leave.
Imagine. People complain and complain and complain. Somebody finally comes into their life, into their situation and says, well, you know what? Let's open the door. And it's almost like a joke to them. They say, these people are not going to leave their cage because they won't leave their comfort zone. You can't have a comfort zone that's the same as your misery. You know, we're so comfortable in our suffering to the point where, you know, and this is another thing, we're just tired enough that we don't do anything about it, right? So the way I think the structure, at least in the US, is you work all day, you come home, you're tired, you relax, you watch TV, you go to sleep, and you do it again the next day. We're so tired after we're done slaving away at a job we don't like, which takes also another energy. It takes energy to dislike something, so we're disliking it constantly. That same energy we could have spent, you know, productively thinking about what we could do to get out of that situation. It's spent on disliking the situation. We go ahead and, you know, watch our favorite show and, oh, tomorrow I'm going to change, and, oh, you know, I have a business idea, but I'm waiting until, you know, I get my pension or whatever. And we wait 40 years and then we realize, oh wait, you know, I'm retired, or I'm retiring and I barely have enough to live off of. This isn't the life I wanted. What happened? And that's not to say those people are wrong. It's like a big trick.
Yes.
Right? They call it the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
That is correct.
When you wake up and start looking around, you say, this isn't attainable. This isn't sustainable. This isn't something that I can gain. And when we realize that, slowly but surely, when we start waking up, we need to decide, do we want to wake up angry or do we want to wake up docile? That doesn't mean we're going to be violent and we're going to do all this stuff, but it means we're going to take action against our situation. Because unfortunately, a lot of us get the blunt of everything else in the world. All the issues of the world, we get the blunt, or a good chunk of those issues.
And one of the things is that we need to start to realize and accept. Even if you start to tune your mind to move in that direction, and I don't even call it the universe anymore, I call it the multiverse, because there are loads of different possibilities to get a beautiful outcome, to get a much better outcome. So I always say now the multiverse, because I believe in this principle that not how the movies put it.
Yes.
So for instance, there are certain movies that show you the same outcome, doing different things, and you get the same outcome. That's not true. You can get different outcomes. The reason that they scripted that in the movie is because they want you to believe, oh, I was destined to fail. No, failure is one of your possibilities.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of other possibilities of your success, of our success. As an individual or as a team, do whatever you need to do. You can, if you're good at working alone, work alone. If you are open to working with others, work with others. Because when you come together with other people, you create another mind that will draw out brilliant ideas, brilliant concepts, brilliant schemes to move us in a better productive direction.
But don't just do nothing.
Yes, don't just stand still or don't just keep doing what you're doing because, oh, here's another thing. If you just keep moaning and not doing anything about it, that's going to produce sickness. You're going to start getting sick.
Yes. Who else?